Hey everyone, Ryan here from the Barbecue and Brews show, live from Meatstock with Butcher Lawsy, the butcher. How you going, mate?
Yeah, good, mate. How are you?
Good, mate. Good to see you, and good to finally catch up and have a chat.
Yeah, it is actually. Yeah,
it's
big
been
time.
a lot of Instagram chats and a lot of tags.
Yes,
here
it
and
has
there.
actually. Yeah, it's actually good to meet you.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
it's fantastic,
definitely.
mate. Now, what are we drinking today?
So this is the Butcher Cellar Shiraz.
Oh, cheers.
Yes, cheers. So this is our sort of butcher wine at the moment. It's coming out in the Liquorland in
Yep.
2 weeks.
Cool.
Yeah, so it's a red
It's
wine.
really nice.
We're going to pair
Easy
it.
drink. So you're saying that you pair
Yeah,
the
we're going
wine-
to pair wines. We've got 3 types.
Yep.
With types of barbecue meat and types of fresh meat.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah,
That's
so
unreal.
it's that's actually a good thing for the industry. Actually, I don't think no one's ever done this
No.
with wine.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's good for the trade.
Yep.
Good for the industry, the butcher industry.
Yeah.
And the barbecue industry.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, and the name is Butcher's Cellar.
Butcher
so
Cellar,
if you're looking
yes.
out for it out there.
Yep.
Butcher
So it
Cellars.
comes out in 2 weeks in Liquorland.
Cool. Excellent. And so let's talk about you.
Yep.
How long have you been butchering for?
So I've been butchering for, say, 20 years. Yep, so I started as a young guy. My dad's a butcher.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, my brother's a butcher.
Nice. It's
Yeah,
the family.
yeah. So as a young guy, coming in, I used to walk to my dad's shop every day after school, see the guys cut up their meat, and you think to yourself, man, I want to be like that.
That's unreal.
You know, and so
That's
it's just in the family.
Yeah.
It's in my blood.
Yep.
This is all I know.
Yeah.
Just butchering, you know what I mean? So it's good. It's gave me everything, really. My wife, my kids, my family. Yeah. So I love
man,
it. Yeah.
that's so
It's
cool.
really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I love those kind of stories. I love seeing the family and go through that. You know, there's a few butchers I've spoken to in the past. Same sort of thing. The dad's a butcher and the grandfather's a butcher and things like that. So, you know, obviously you first started. How much has butchering changed for you over the last 20 years or?
butchering's changed massive, and especially from our side, like for the barbecue side.
Mm-hmm.
Like 10 years ago, barbecue wasn't sort of around.
Yeah.
Now the average person is coming to ask for brisket, beef short ribs, and even beef cheeks.
Yeah.
Beef cheeks are a massive thing at the moment.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, like
Cool.
just the. That's probably the reason why we started the wine, like this wine brand.
Yeah.
But beef cheeks itself is like we get fresh beef cheeks all the time, and they sell out like crazy.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
beef cheeks. Yeah.
I mean, they're so easy to cook as well,
And
aren't they?
they're amazing.
Yeah.
Like beef
Yeah.
cheeks. Who doesn't like beef cheeks?
No, yeah, glutinous and
On tacos.
yeah,
Like, that's the best.
it. No, that's it. Except when they get a bit cold, then,
Yeah.
you got to eat them like bam.
Yeah, straight away,
I
yeah.
found that out because obviously I do a bit of social media stuff and I take
Yep.
photos. And then I was taking photos of these tacos, going yep. And then I did my, obviously I think I probably took about 10 minutes
Yep.
all up.
Yeah.
Enough time for a wide open taco to really cool down.
Yep.
And yeah, literally I took a bite out of it and I'm like, oh my, no.
That's
It's bad.
You have
but
to
it's
eat them
good
straight away. Yeah, definitely.
but
Yeah.
it is an amazing, I mean, it's the cheek of the animal, the fact that it's obviously used so much while
Yep.
they're eating constantly.
100%, yeah.
You know, it's just such a big
But
thing.
it's a part of the animal that we don't think of eating.
No,
You know what I mean? We think of, the prime cuts like Scotch fillet, New York T-bone, but it's them other little prime cups that are just as good.
Yep.
Hanging steak.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like that's,
I just found the flank steak the other day.
Flank steak,
Mate,
yeah.
that's good eating.
Once you cook it right,
Yeah.
it's amazing.
And just like a sort of just, almost medium rare and then slice it up.
Yep.
And just,
And for us to, being a butcher, to educate our customers
Yep.
of that sort of cuts is a good thing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Instead of just buying the normal Scotch fillet, like if we take time out of educating our customers, this sort of cut is just as good as a Scotch fillet.
yeah.
It's just as nice too.
Yeah, it's amazing. I think we've gone through a lot of that times where obviously, you would get just what the butcher gave you. And I
Yep.
think people are a lot more educated and you were able to educate them more.
Yeah, definitely.
It's fantastic. And in that education, obviously there's a lot of grass fed out there, there's grain finished,
Yep.
there's Wagyu, there's, all these
Yep.
different types of meat. How's that changing? And obviously that's got a
So
fair...
a lot of people want to know what the animal's eating now.
Right,
So they come to us and say, okay, what's the cow eating? Is it grass fed or grain fed?
Yeah.
They're sort of, they're getting involved in that process.
Yeah.
And they want to know that,
Yeah.
which is a good thing. 5 years ago, they didn't want to know that.
No.
They were just coming in and say, oh, can I have a Scotch fillet?
Yep.
That's it. Now, I think because of COVID, this pandemic, A lot of people are cooking more at home, and they want to know the process. So which is a good thing.
And I think it's really good for the respect of the animal too.
Big
There's
time.
a lot of, I feel like even myself, I didn't think about that a lot. And I mean, growing up as a kid, I would eat things like tripe. I would eat things like brains, liver. Like I would eat all that because I'm from Sri Lanka, and that was just normal for me. So I would never waste. We never wasted meat, 100%. But at the same time, it just seems like there's a lot more education around that. Like, how do you use those offcuts? And
there
the other
is.
day I was at the Q Club, and they had chicken livers.
Sorry,
chicken heart skewers.
Yep.
And I'm like, and everyone's like, oh, and I'm like, oh yeah, give me some of that. Yeah,
good.
Unreal.
Yep. I had them first time at a Brazilian restaurant.
Yeah, unreal.
Yeah, it was so good. Yeah.
And you just didn't even think about using it.
No, definitely.
And like, there's such a cheap cut. And cooked and so easy to cook.
That's our sort of to educate people. That's sort of that sort of knowledge. You mean as a butcher? You mean that's how butchering is growing, because 5 years ago we were just butchers. Now we're like a butcher, chef. You mean we have to educate our customers that, because that's what they want.
And obviously, you've got a really big Instagram following, which is unreal. And you got, doesn't matter about followers, we've got a whole bunch of followers, 20K or whatever. And on top of that, like, you create some amazing meat-based, I guess, presentations. Or it's not really cuts, really, but it's like you present. So talk us through what got you started with that stuff.
I've always loved butchery and presentation. In the pandemic, I was just like, I'm going to start an Instagram page to show people what I do. That's it. Not to do this and not to say, oh, I'm this and I'm that. You know what I mean? It was just to start a Instagram what I do, and that's just how it's involved. You know what I mean? I got selected to be in the Australian butcher team. So we're going to America end of the year. That's unreal.
So pumped for that.
That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
I messaged Shannon the other day, just between you and me and everyone watching. And I'm like, mate, is there like a butcher short course I could do? And he's like, what, do you want to join the team? I'm like, no, I just want to learn.
Go on. So we're doing that. But I've just always had a passion about creating things. You know, and just I'm a good drawer. So I think I get my creative side that way. Through art and drawing and that, and I just create things. You mean? I walk past like cake shops. And go, okay, what can I do?
That heart you did.
Oh,
the Valentine's one.
The Valentine's one.
That was
that was pretty good.
If you haven't check out the Instagram account. What's your Instagram account?
Butcher Lawsy.
Butcher Lawsy, simple. There's a heart fun, and then my second favorite, probably my favorite, it's got to be the Macca knife roll.
That was good.
Was brilliant, mate.
So I thought I'd do that. Just Macca has supported Australian butchery. For years, and me making the Australian butchering team, I thought, who can I give back to? So Macca was first on my list, and I thought to myself, I'll make a butcher roll as a swell. So it turned out really good. And it practiced my pastry skills for the tournament, because there's a lot of good butchers in the world, and Australia want to take home the title, of course.
Mate, absolutely. And you got a good team, obviously.
We have a good team.
Team manager Shannon.
Yes, Shannon,
Shannon Walker, that is.
We've got Darren from Victor Churchill on board.
What a butcher that is.
He's a hit.
I saw you there, and I think Shannon was there as well. I'm like, oh my Lord, I've got to check this place out.
It's a next level butcher. It's got fine dining in it.
But that's what I love about where it's gone. And I feel like you butchers have got so much more respect now that you deserve. Because I think there's you had people just didn't have that understanding of what you guys did. So that's so cool to see that come through.
It is, so for so long, I'm not saying chefs have been the shoguns. You know what I mean? It's always the butchers in the back sort of ground. It's about time the butchers would be the shoguns. You know what I mean? We do, and same as the farmers too. Like butchers, chefs, we're nothing without farmers. You know what I mean? It comes from one. So why can't butchers showcase what they do?
Absolutely, mate. And look, and that's the biggest thing biggest respect I've got now is for farming. And butchering in the last couple of years, just how much I've learned. And Macca's Angus, for example, those guys just going through their story, and even like the local Bannockburn, we've got a few butchers out there.
The science behind it too, like you think it's just growing, it's just getting a cow. It's not. It's so much more.
So much more.
Yeah, definitely.
And just kind of understand and then to maintain to maintain the quality and maintain the actual finished product. And we're not talking like baking a cake and getting the ingredients. This is like, we're talking about a live animal that has to go through
processes,
so many processes to get to the same finished product. It blows my mind.
It is crazy. It's a crazy process for sure, definitely.
Obviously Butcher War yesterday. Yep. How did you find it?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
That was my first one. I've done a lot of promotion work, but it was my first one here in Melbourne. It was exciting. It was good. It was good to showcase butchery. Yeah. I think my display was really good. Yep. I hope so. Yeah. You'll even find out soon. Yeah. And the awards.
We'll find out.
Yeah. So fingers crossed. But win or lose, I'm here competing. Yeah. And I encourage everyone to come over and compete. Yeah. Show your passion, sort of thing. Yeah. So it's good.
I think it's just the biggest thing I'm interested in learning, and I obviously don't want to be a butcher per se, but I would love to learn how to break an animal down. Yeah. And that sounds horrible, but you know what I mean? Like, how do you cut it down?
There's a lot of people,
and then to bring it down to like.
Well, I get a lot of because I do the breaking down on my Instagram. Yeah. A lot of people reach out to me and say, "That's amazing. Like, I want to learn that. I want to learn how to break down an animal. I want to." That's so good. Man? Like it's an art form.
Yeah, super. And absolutely, and I reckon that's the biggest thing. Like, I mean, end of the day, you can really make a mess of it.
Oh, so. For sure you can, and yourself too. If you miss what you mean,
mate, I've got enough cuts on my hand. For sure, definitely. Seeing how you guys doing is fantastic. The Butcher's Lounge Live. Yep. Tell us a little bit about
that. So these guys are in America. There's 6 butchers, and they do a podcasts, and they just promote butchery. Yeah. So they butchery all over the world, and there's butchers that in the pandemic just wanted to say, okay, like, what's butchery about? Yeah. And there's butchers all over the world that do join in the Butchers Live Lounge. So that's all that is about.
That's awesome, mate. That's awesome. Alrighty. So I guess. What's next for? I mean, you've got your Butchers and Cellars, you've got the lounge.
So there's talks about competitions. There's talks about spices, Butcher Lawsy spices. Ooh, so that's in the sort of the role. Yep. But we'll see how that goes. See what's going on there. But I think spices in butchery and barbecue is a big thing. Yeah. Yeah. So I think if we go down that sort of avenue too, that might Yeah. For the time being, wine is
good. Wine. Obviously, I've had a few and I'm feeling it, so it's been good. It's probably the strongest thing I've drunk for the day, and I'm pretty buggered. So it's been good,
definitely.
Lawsy, so good to have a chat to you, mate.
Thank you very much.
It's been great to have a chat, and hopefully I'll see you in Toowoomba as well.
It's good to actually meet you.
Yeah,
for
mate.
sure, in person.
Absolutely. That's been great.
That's been
good. And we'll catch up again for sure. And thanks heaps for sharing some stuff. And hopefully one day I can catch up with you and see you working on something.
And I'll show you how to break down beef.
Yeah, that'd be brilliant.
Definitely, that'd be cool. Excellent. That'd be cool.
Thanks everyone. Catch you at the next Meatstock.
Thanks, guys.